So this is Sony camera that I'm using to stream with, and I'm using Mega Wow capture device, which is brand new. The last time I did this, I was using my camcorder on, I'm sorry, not camcorder, my laptop to stream with webcam, and it looked terrible. So I wanted something that looked better, and I wanted to be able to use my DSLR camera, and it took me this long to finally figure it all out and set it all up. So it was that there's a little bit of work involved in learning. And actually, I found out that I could use my Canon camera that I have if you use the EOS utility that comes with it. However, you can only use that with the USB cable. So when I started to use it, the quality was not that good. So using this capture device, it's allowing me to take the signal from the HDMI output of the Sony camera and feed it right into the USB 3 port of the laptop, and I think it works really well. And I also like the quality. I wanted to get this quality for a long time, and that leads me to talking about the audio as well. So I'm doing audio using Line 6 UX1, and that also took a little bit of learning on how to set that up and how to run the program to get this quality of audio, which was what I was looking for. Now, pardon me, let me see if I can bring up the chat here because I do not see it at the moment. Okay, so I also want to send that out that I'm streaming right now. Sorry about this, guys, if you're watching. Just want to tweet this out. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me go back up here. All right. So all right. Okay, let me see. It's telling me that I'm getting some frame drops. Okay. So I got one person watching. Thank you, whoever you are. Guess I can't see the chat. I'm not sure if I can. Oh, wait 1 second. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so it looks like I dropped off. All right. Okay, so let's keep going. So using the OBS, I had some issues as far as the setup with this camera. So when I first started to use it, all the information on the back of the camera, as far as what you would see if you were taking a picture, including the grid, was all visible on the frame, and I didn't know how to get it off. So my first few test runs that I did, it was it's kind of trial and error, and at one point it even went blank, and I couldn't figure out how to get it back. So I had to do some research and figure out exactly what I was doing wrong. So I had to learn how to crop the frame and then also be able to shut off all the display information that was on there. I had to get rid of it. So that was a little bit trial and error. And I almost didn't do this live stream. But then I told myself, in order to learn, you have to do it. You have to go live. You have to go 100% and just figure it out. And so that's what I did. Even though it took several hours to do, this is the way to learn. So working with the audio interface, that also was a task in itself. Like I said, using the Line 6 module, and also this microphone right here, you need an external source. So you need an amp to power it. So that was another hurdle that I had to cross. I had to figure out how to set up the amp in order to power the microphone to work with the interface, and then learn how to use the program and then set the settings on it so I can get a decent quality audio. So it's been quite a learning curve, but I think I got it to the point where I'm pretty happy with the way it looks, and I'm pretty happy with the audio. So now the next step is just to learn how to use the settings. Like I said, I couldn't figure out how to see the chat on here, and I pretty sure I have it figured out now. Another problem too is the fact that there's right now I have the USB ports, all of them are being used. So I don't have my mouse plugged in, so I have to reach forward on my laptop, and I have to reach over the mic in order to see what's going on. Okay, so let me look at this here, because it looks like it might have dropped off. All right. So there's some kind of an issue here. Let me refresh this. Okay. So this is all, again, part of the learning process. So it looks like it's good now. So what it was telling me is that the frames are dropping because of the frequency. This current keyframe frequency 6.9 seconds. So I'm not exactly sure how I can fix that. So my apologies if you guys are trying to watch this and it's cutting out. Okay. Oh, okay, you can see it, Lilith. Thank you. I'm glad you're here to help me out. So I'm getting some kind of an error message on my end. So I'm not sure what. It's got something to do with the frame rate that I'm using. I think it's too high, so I'm gonna have to drop the frame rate and figure it out. Not gonna let that stop me though. So I'm refreshing this again. Once again, guys, I apologize for this if you're watching. So right now I'm just waiting for it to click back in. Okay, so looks like it's back. So here's another issue that I am encountering is the fact that I live in the city, so there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise everywhere. There's a lot of noise from the street. There's a lot of noise from the airplanes, the trains. It's just a mess. So even though I have set up a lot of soundproofing, there's still some residual noise here and there. That I'm working on it, and I'm trying to figure out if I should be streaming later on in the evening when it's quiet and when there's not so much traffic, or if I should do it maybe early in the morning. So I have to figure out some type of a schedule so that it's not so noisy. So that's an issue, and I'm sure a lot of you encounter the same problem depending on where you're at. I also wanted to figure out how to do I know there's a way you can set up music so you can have music playing with your live stream through OBS, but I'm still learning, so I wasn't sure how to do it. So I like to have a little bit of music kind of in the background so when I'm streaming. So right now I have just a little MP3 player, and it's kind of like low noise right now, just so that it's not completely dead when I'm speaking. Okay, so the last time I did this was during Halloween. So if you watched that, that old episode, I was doing using the webcam, like I said, and it was okay, but I did not like the way it looked. It just looked very grainy and very old, and I didn't have my audio set up properly. So I had a lot of issues with the audio going forward. So this whole time since then, I have been waiting till I had the proper setup, and now I do. So I can touch base with you guys one-on-one. I'm just gonna lower this a little bit so I can see. Okay, Lilith. Oh, Hazel. How are you, Hazel? Sorry. See, that's another part of the streaming, is that now I notice, so if I'm not looking at the screen, then I have the chat set on the side. So Hazel, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the dropouts and all the issues that I was encountering. I do appreciate you guys joining me. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. What have you guys been doing today? I know I talked to Lilith because we're working on something together, and which is something that we can't really say a whole lot about, kind of keep it a little bit of a surprise. Dude, doing very well. I'm very happy to be with you guys live. This is first time live where I'm actually interacting. Like I said, last time I did my live stream, I couldn't even figure out where the chat was. So I was like, I just kept talking and talking and talking. And, being on other live stream, I realized when you're doing live stream, you should interact with your audience, which is right now Lilith and Hazel who are watching. Because I feel that if you're in a live stream and, you're commenting, you're saying something, that's part of the whole experience, is doing the live thing. Another thing about using this capture device for the HDMI, it gets really hot. It gets super hot, which I don't understand why, because it's not connected to anything. It's there's no power to it. It's basically powered by the laptop. But right now, I can tell that it's getting hot. So that's one thing. I don't think it'll mess it up. The camera is working fine. I have a battery inside of it just in case. It's supposed to last about 30 minutes, so I hope that it doesn't just crash out on me. If it does, then I'll just probably put another battery. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna keep going with the stream. I know you want to wait till you get more people in, but I'd rather just start chatting and just keep talking, and people would just come in and out as they see it. Yeah, Lilith, the capture device gets hot. It does. So it's called Megawell. It's a USB capture device, HDMI. So it's capturing the HDMI signal coming from the Sony camera directly into the device, and then from there it goes into the USB 3.0 port into the laptop. So, and then what I'm using to record this with is it's a free program that, if you guys are interested, it's called OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio. It's 20.1. I don't know if this is the latest version or not, but it does take a little bit of working out. Like I said, I was trying to yesterday. Do I have a surge protector? No, I don't. I mean, I'm plugged into a couple of different outlets, and I mean, it is taking quite a bit, because there's definitely like 3 lights that you can't see right now, and then I have my mic, then I have my laptop, then I have my monitor going. So there's a lot going on, and so you can see, well, I'm sweating. So that was unexpected. So this, that's part of it. This is part of the live thing, but it's not going to stop me. So no, I do not. I think there's like some type of a surge protection on one of the 6 plugged outlet that I have, which is on right now. So, but it should be fine. It's really nice outside, so there's no storms or anything like that. So it should be okay. Usually it's like super windy here, and sometimes that might cause a fluctuation or not, but so far it's doing well. Yep, I keep going. Yep, that's right. So what else are you guys up to? Hazel, what are you up to? I know I haven't been to your channel in a while, so I apologize for that. Your studio, Lilith, your studio lights make your whole room hot. Yeah, it's a tough thing, and I'm kind of worried now, because when summertime comes, I don't have my air conditioning in my studio room. I have it on the on the other side. So it's mowing the lawn. Oh, okay, yeah, I know it was real cold for a while there. Actually, we were like in the 30s, and actually 2 days ago it was actually snowing over here, it's ridiculous. And I should be talking right there. I keep looking this way because I'm looking at your comments, but I should be talking right here. So yeah, it was snowing 2 days ago, which is shocking to me. We haven't seen snow up here in the Midwest in like this far in April in quite a while. And I think today we finally hit 50. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea, Hazel. Maybe like a little small desk fan that I can put up in here. I think it's also part of it is also like being anxious and being live. It creates this little bit of tension, I guess. But I want to get over that. I want to get over feeling all that. Doing laundry and just. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got to be really busy. I know you were mentioning on when we were talking on Facebook, you were talking about how busy it gets in your household, and yeah, that's a lot to go on, especially like right now, the time of day. It's got to be, I'm imagining, pretty hectic. Right, Hazel. Yeah, more comfortable. I also think that it helps with the anxiety, because I know Lilith was saying something about that she wanted to go live. We are collaborating with something together, and she mentioned something about being wanting to do a live stream, but and I understand that anxiety, because it's basically public speaking, and even though there's no people in front of you, you got to kind of pretend that you are talking with a lot of people in front of you, and the only way to get over that is just to do it. I think I wanted to do live streaming for such a long time, and I think part of that was what was holding me back was that feeling, that you don't know how it's going to be taken, if you're going to be stumbling over your words, but you know what, so what, and that's the way you get over it, is to just do it get over it, and learn from it, And then when you do it again, that's how you keep going. And that's how I learned, how to set all this up and even like do my videos, is through just throwing myself out there and just keep going, because each time you do it, you're going to learn from doing it, and then each one gets better and better and better. And it takes away from that anxiety. Yes. Yeah, it feels, yeah, like all eyes are on you, and sometimes you think, when you focus too much on that, it really, like, at least for me, it's like, oh, what are people gonna think? What are people gonna say? And it takes a long time. It's just kind of like speaking in front of the camera. It takes a while to get over that fact. I remember when I first started going on camera and just trying to do my videos, that I would just kind of freeze, and I would stumble over my words, and I would just draw a blank like a deer caught in the headlights. And it took a while. It wasn't just the thing that are like, oh, you do it once and you mess up and you get over it. No, it took a while. It took a while of like, then watching yourself over and over again, and then learning from that. Let me turn this off real quick, because okay. So it took a little bit of time to do. I think also the fact that I'm a musician and I play on stage, that also helps out, as far as like getting over the anxiety, performing live in front of people. There's a certain thing to it as well, that you can have an anxiety for doing a live performance. Okay, so Lilith, I noticed that you have some soundproofing on your walls, and how does that work out for you? Because I have a bunch of soundproofing, and I still get some like residual noise. Right. Um, so another thing I want to mention here too, is that for those of you who own Canon camera, I learned this from the channel S2W Themes. I noticed that they had a really good quality stream, and so I can share this information with you guys now. So the capture device I have is pretty expensive, actually. So if you look for it, even used, it's about 200 to 300 bucks. Okay. But here's the thing. If you own Canon camera, it comes with EOS utility. So what that allows you to do is if you have a Canon camera and you install this utility, you can use that Canon camera with the USB port on it, and then you can directly connect it to your laptop, and therefore you're able to do live streaming with it. You do have to install it, but it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and you just have to upgrade to the latest version of the EOS utility. So once you do that, you're basically tethering your camera. Like I said, I learned this from S2W Themes. So you're tethering your camera, and then you're able to stream. Although I got to tell you, it's the quality is not the best. It does drop a little bit, but at least you're getting, like the blur background from your lens and whatnot. You're getting all that, and even though it drops here and there, it's not a terrible thing. I seen him do it, and I was like, hey, how did you do that? Because I have a Canon camera, and so he explained it to me. He's like, this is what you do. And I was like, oh man, I could have just done that instead of spending 300 bucks on this capture device that I have. But yeah, that's how you learn. That's how you do it, and then you learn. So what my idea is now, though, since I'm able to do that, maybe I can figure out a way to use this camera and then also use the Canon camera as kind of like a B-roll, so and then I can switch between the two, so you can have like two different angles. Or if I'm back several years back, I was doing artwork, I can set up a thing where like the Canon camera is filming me drawing something for you guys, or something like that. So that's just some information. It's I wish I would have known that, and then I wouldn't have spent the money, but that's all right. It's all part of the learning process. Saving up for Canon. Oh yes, yeah. You have Canon T3i. That's the same camera I have. Yeah, Canon T3i. Oh, here's another thing, Hazel, with Canon T3i. If you're gonna use the EOS utility that it comes with, you should have gotten a disc with it, and it says EOS utility. When you install that, depending on your laptop, so I have my old laptop was using it, and then when I switched over to my new laptop, which has Windows 10, you have to go to the Canon site, and you just have to update the driver for that EOS utility for it to be able to work. But if you get it to work, it's gonna look really nice. You know, I set it up the other day, but since I had the Magawell capture device, I wanted to use that first just to get an idea to see how it worked. But yeah, I love Canon. Canon is my go-to camera. Actually, the majority of the videos you see on my channel are almost 90% of them are filmed with that T3i, which is an awesome camera. Oh, okay. So your nature, yes, I seen that. I was wondering about that because they look so nice and the color reproduction is awesome. So I was like, I wonder if that's so that okay, that makes sense now. That's very cool. And Lilith, I think if you shop around on eBay, I could have swore I seen like the T3Is are down in price. So you could probably pick one up used for 200 to 300 bucks. As if you're looking for a good camera. Like I said, I still use it for my stuff. You're getting HD quality, and it'll, it's nice because you get that blurred background, kind of like what you're seeing here. Exactly. Okay. I jotted down some notes. So like I said, I just did a collaboration video with Lilith, and it's an interview type for her show Peculiar Occurrences. So it's like a cross interview, and I basically filmed from starting last night up until now, and then got that all together, edited, and then since I had all this already set up, because I normally don't have this set up, it takes a little bit of time to get it all together. I was able to do that, film the episode, edit all that, and then I wanted to still keep this all set up and then do a live stream and just kind of talk about it. So I'm very excited. I've done another collaboration which is with the channel Poison Pixie, where we did American versus Scottish accents. And she uploaded her to her channel, and it actually got a really good response. And that's how, I decided, well, I need to find other people and see what we can do, so it helps my channel and it helps your channel as well, and bring our viewers together, and then it creates this working partnership that wasn't there before, because let's face it, it's hard to do it on your own, so through that other video with Poison Pixie, I got around 20 more new subscribers, some of them from Scotland, and I met some musicians, a couple of singers, all because of that collaboration. So even though it was uploaded to her channel, I still got people coming in and saying, hey, we've seen you on Poison Pixie's channel, and it added value to her. I don't know if she got any subscribers out of it, but I do know that her views went up on that. And then she also did another collaboration with somebody else doing accents. So yes, thank you, Hazel. Yeah, it's fun to do, so I want to do more of that. I want to do more where, if find another person who wants to talk about their channel and what they're doing, where they have been, where they started, and do those types of things to help each other out. I think it's a fun thing to do. And it is hot. I thought I would stop sweating by now, but I'm still sweating. So my apologies for that. So 1 second, I'm just trying to look through my playlist here. Okay. So I want to have a little bit of background music, even for myself. So there's like during that space and whatnot. Okay. Oh yes, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. Um, I'm also gonna take my time editing what we already done, and come up with a good strategy in order to promote it. I think it's gonna do really really well. And I like the fact that you're into paranormal, but so am I. And even like moving forward into the future, um, I kind of had an idea to do some investigating as far as paranormal pictures, like pictures of ghosts and apparitions and whatnot. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what can be used, so there's no issues with copyright, so to speak. And maybe do a thing where we look at some paranormal pictures and try to dissect them. I know you say you like debunking stuff, so I think that'll be, it's kind of an idea. I just want to throw it out there, you know. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys joining in. It feels good. I really didn't think it was gonna um, go as smooth as it's been going. I wrote down a couple of notes here to talk about. I might be doing. I might switch over to Facebook real quick because I know that I can do some live streaming on there. So I wanna, while I still have all this set up, maybe just jump on there and see what I can do there. I haven't tried them yet. And here's another tip for you, Hazel and Lilith. Um, when you're doing videos, if you're wanting to promote those videos on either on Facebook basically or Twitter, um, I think I heard it is best to do like a little trailer. So if you do like a little trailer on Facebook and upload to Facebook natively, it'll get you more traffic. So I think when you post a link to YouTube and you're trying to get people to go to your YouTube channel from Facebook, I think Facebook doesn't like that, so it's not going to show it to as many people. So what I do is create like a little trailer on Facebook and say, in the trailer, say, hey, you want to see the full video, you can head over there if you want to. I kind of did a little experiment with my band, Blood of the Wolf, and I told them instead of uploading to YouTube, we did a little promotional video, upload to Facebook natively and see what that does. Do that there first, and then a week later upload to YouTube and see what happens. So I can tell you the contrast now. This was a couple months ago. So on Facebook, that promotional video that we did, 6,000 views. Okay, on YouTube, it's only up to 100. So there's a big difference right there. So doing like native video uploading, so like either Facebook or Twitter, is recommended. This is just a suggestion. You don't have to do it, but that's what I've learned through this past couple of months in doing that. Because I used to post my YouTube links incessantly on Facebook, and it just wasn't gaining that much traffic. So therefore, I really don't promote YouTube on Facebook at all. I do it. I still do it, but I do it in a way where it keeps the audience on Facebook, so you're not driving it away. So you're not getting, so you still stay visible to your audience on Facebook, if that makes sense. Yes. So I hope that helps you guys out. If you want to try it out, you can try it on your own, and you can tell me if it works or not. For me, it works. It's I noticed that, and I've actually shared it with a couple of promoters. I have told them, like, if you're gonna promote your shows or anything on Facebook, stay native to Facebook, and then if you're gonna use YouTube, kind of stay native to YouTube. Okay, looks like I'm at 35 minutes. I didn't really jot down anything else for this live stream. This was sort of like impromptu. The next one I'm gonna do like a proper promotion. I might keep it on at Wednesdays because, like, even though there's still noise, going back to that soundproofing thing, even though there's still noise that I can sort of hear, it's not really being captured here. I got my little music going, to just kind of like take away from that, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You know, usually got people, running around, going day-to-day business. You have the garbage trucks going by. You have outside, you have buses and cars and all kinds of stuff going on. So that's always a thing with me. I was like, I want to make sure that we're getting good quality audio without any residual noise from the outside. So I think I might keep it to where I do a live stream on Wednesdays, just to kind of update and shout out some of the things that have been happening during the past week. Okay, Lilith and Hazel, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for interacting with me. And this has been fun. I really like this. And I'm going to do another one. I'm looking forward to... I need to talk about my playlist with using old digital cameras. There's been a lot of folks who've been going on there and commenting and asking me about these old cameras, which surprisingly a lot of people still use. So I'm planning on doing a few more where I'm going to go and test out some old Kodak cameras. So I got that coming up very soon. What else? S2W themes, thank you. Yes, and I told everybody about the EOS utility function for Canon. So I've shared that with Hazel and Lilith, so letting them know that you can stream using that. Like I said, I did have to upgrade using Windows 10, but after I tried it, it worked, and it worked beautifully. So thank you, S2W themes, Hazel and Lilith. I don't know if you guys are, checking out their channel, but you guys should, because they are very awesome. They're very good people too. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the stream right now. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll definitely be catching up with you on your channels. Have a great afternoon.